Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about Kanban. I'm going to tell you Kanban meaning and its history. Then we will discuss what are the major concepts behind Kanban, how does it work, and how to set up Kanban board in your project. And then we will talk about some important matrices of Kanban. And finally, I'll give you some important resources which will help you to learn and explore more about Kanban. So stay tuned with me throughout the end of this video. So let's get started. First, let's talk about Kanban meaning and its history. So the word Kanban is comprised of two phrases, kan plus ban. It's a Japanese term wherein kan means visual and ban means sign. So Kanban means visual sign or visual card or visual board. The important term to focus over here is visual. So Kanban gives a lot of emphasis on the fact that whatever you are working on, it should be very much transparent and visible. Your entire progress should be shown somewhere in a form of a board or in form of the cards. So you must be wondering that from where this concept of Kanban got arised, right? So Kanban was introduced by an engineer Taichi Ohno at Toyota. So Toyota was the first company who employed Kanban in their production system to make it more lean and efficient. Now let's come over the concepts of Kanban to understand how does Kanban work, right? So Kanban works on three important concepts: visualization of the workflow, limiting the work in progress, and it's a pull system. So let's talk about all these things, right? First, visualization of the workflow. So in Kanban, it is very important that you have either a physical board or an electronic board wherein all your requirements have been put and you have various states of your workflow wherein it's shown that what all work is there in the backlog, what all work is waiting to be started, what all work is already in progress and what is finished. So visualization is one major concept of Kanban. Then limiting the WIP, limiting your work in progress. So in Kanban, you just can't keep everything in progress at a time. You have to put some limit that how many work items you will work upon at a time. And this limit will vary from a team to team and the kind of work you are doing. For example, it's a very common trend in software industry that if you are a team of 3 members, for example, then you will keep work in progress limit as 2 items per member. So your WIP limit for the team would be 6 items. And it's just example, it may vary. So limiting WIP, visualization of workflow, and the third important concept is the pull system. So Kanban is a pull system. What do I mean by pull system, right? So herein you need to pull the work from the backlog on your own when you find that you have the capacity and bandwidth available. So when you are done with your existing set of work items, you will look at the backlog and you will see, okay, what are the top prior items now? And based on that, you will pull some work into your backlog and start working on it. So this is a lot better than push system wherein work is being assigned to you. Okay, someone assigns the work to you irrespective of your current bandwidth and WIP limit. So it's a pull system. So these are the three major concepts. Now let's talk about that how to set up Kanban board, right? So these days, most of the tools like Jira, Azure DevOps and version 1, which is also called as Agility, all these popular agile tools do support Kanban workflow. So you just need to, when you are setting up the board, you just need to select Kanban as a workflow and the board will get set up for you and you can, set all the different configurations, whatever you want, whatever states of work items you want in the board, you can do set up that accordingly. When the Kanban was started, people used to have physical Kanban board. Okay, so it's very simple. You can have a whiteboard wherein you can have different categories like to do, in progress and done, and you can put sticky notes in the form of the cards on the board. So two things are important to have a Kanban board. First is that you should have cards. So by cards I mean that a place wherein requirements are written. Okay, so in the tools it can be in the form of tickets, it can be in the form of user stories or whatever. So cards should be there wherein your requirements are written, and then lanes should be there. So lanes means different categories, different states of the workflow. Three lanes are must have in Kanban, that is to do, in progress and done. You should have at least these three categories. Now it may vary from a team to team. For example, if you are a software development team, it is very common practice that you would have lanes like to do, ready for development, in progress, ready for testing, in testing, done, and you can have one more product owner, accepted or verified. So these will be the lanes. Okay, now let's talk about another important thing which has given a lot of popularity to Kanban. So there are four important matrices which you can use in Kanban, and these matrices are a lot helpful in assessing the performance of a team. The team can use these matrices to assess how they are progressing. They can use these matrices to improve themselves on a continuous basis. So the four matrices which are being used in Kanban are WIP, throughput, cycle time, and your work item age. Let's talk about all these four matrices one by one. So what is WIP? WIP means work in progress. So at a time, how many work items are in progress in your backlog, that is known as WIP. How this can be used? So you have set up a WIP limit. For example, your WIP limit is 6. You can continuously watch that how many work items are already in progress. Suppose it's 5, right? Then what will you do? Because it's a pull system, you will pull one more item in your backlog and make it 6. If your WIP is exceeding, right? Suppose you have pulled 7 items. Okay, so it will issue a warning that you have pulled more than allowed items as per your WIP limit. So you will see, okay, if you need to deprioritize something or move back to backlog, whatever you need to do. So WIP is one important matrix. Another thing is work item age. What do we mean by work item age? Okay, so work item age means at a particular time, at a particular point of time, say there is a work item which is in progress. So the date from when it was started till present, so that will be its age. For example, say today is 17th October and a work item was started on 14th, it's in progress, so today's age is 3 days. Okay, so that is work item age. How does it help you? It helps you to know if there are any items which are aging since long, which are not moving ahead, which are not making any progress, and then accordingly you can have a conversation with your team members about it, that what are the blockers around these work items, why they are aging so long. And then another important metric is your throughput. So throughput means that number of work items done per unit of time, and this unit of time you can decide as a team. For example, you can keep it as a week. So you will calculate number of work items your team is able to finish per week. So let's say on an average your team finishes 5 user stories in a week. So this will be your throughput. Now on a regular basis you can measure it, and then if there are any variances, right? So you can discuss as a team that why our throughput is increasing, or if it has decreased, then what are the reasons, right? And finally, another important metric is cycle time. So cycle times means the total time taken from start to finish for a particular work item. So you can keep it as an average, right? On an average, how much time does it take for your team to finish a work item? Suppose your cycle time is 3 days, and there are some work items which are getting finished in 6 days, 7 days. So you can discuss on these variances, that why some items are taking more than with cycle time, what were the blockers, and it will help you. It will open up lot of different conversations, and it will uncover a lot of hidden impediments. So these are the 4 matrices which we use in Kanban, and these are very helpful for your team to assess its performance and continuously improve. Okay, finally we will come to the last topic, that is the resources which you can use to learn Kanban. Okay, so first there is a Kanban guide available. I have given the link in the description box. It is free to download. You can go ahead, download it, and you can explore more about Kanban. Then Kanban can also be used along with Scrum, and this framework is called as Scrum with Kanban. So there is Scrum with Kanban guide also available on scrum.org. I have given the link for that too in the description box. And then lastly, I have given the link of Knowledgehut. So it's a training institute. You can explore their courses. They have lot of various courses for Kanban, and you can use my exclusive discount code also to get some good discounts on the Kanban courses and certifications. I have given complete details and link of Knowledgehut also in the description box. Finally, I would like to give you a tip. If you want to explore on Kanban and learn it in a fun way, what you can do is that you can set up your own Kanban board at your home to manage your personal stuff. And trust me, I did it and I really enjoyed it a lot.